to my crib.
Amazing.
Hello.
Hello there. This is an official Cribs visit.
It is.
Where would you want to do this?
I don't know. What do you want to do this?
I don't like invading people's homes.
Would you want a snack or anything?
Well, that's very invasive. Of course I want... No, I don't want a snack. I'm not going to take up too much of your time.
That's okay.
I know that you... See, you can't even stop working for a second.
I'm a workaholic, man.
And I know you're aware of the Conway drama, as you put it.
I love the Conway drama. I mean, the whole Trump White House is like reality TV.
So for context, Kellyanne Conway has just resigned from being Trump's counsellor. Her daughter, Claudia Conway, massive on social media now, has been putting out all kinds of content. Can you just talk to me about what the daughter has been putting out and where she's been putting it out?
She keeps posting these TikToks. Is it even talking about her family? It's really bitching about her family.
Yeah.
In the most amazing ways. Did you see her reaction to them leaving their jewels?
She posted a video with the Twitter
She had nothing
backdrop.
to say. She was speechless. It's as if she didn't know, which was even better.
So she's also jokingly said that she's going to apply to become AOC's intern, who I have to say is like the best politician I've ever seen on social media.
Well, in a weird way, she does use it in a similar way that Trump does. Like 4 years ago, everyone was lambasting Trump, saying, no way should a president use Twitter, no way should a politician use it like this is outrageous. But if it wasn't for him, would we have someone like an AOC use Twitter to do live Q&As on their stories?
She knows how to connect with her audiences, right?
Oh, yeah. I think the transparency of having politicians, even if it is their children, use stuff like Instagram and Twitter and TikTok is just great. And maybe 5 years ago, because it was Trump using it, it seemed like everyone should stay off it, but it has in a weird way opened a door for people to start going, actually there is a way we can use this properly.
So the social media game should be quite high up on the list of PR work for politicians.
If you want to target a whole new demographic of voters, I think you have to, because like it doesn't work putting letters through post boxes anymore. I'll look at the letter that comes through the post box, but if I see something on Twitter, it's not like just seeing something on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, it's the amount you see, and then you have that direct line of contact with the politician in a way you don't otherwise.
Far more likely to comment on a post than to...
It's just about
what can you do with a leaflet? You can make it into a paper aeroplane and fly it across the room.
Or tear it up and put it in the bin.
Exactly.
Have a ritual, burn it in the garden.
Oh, affirmations. I've come to ask you about politics and social media.
Why are you asking me about politics and social media?
I don't know, I can just see you as the type of guy to sort of run algorithms and tracing systems on people. Are you sort of engaged with politicians online at all?
I don't engage so much. The online technical term, I'm a lurker on social media.
What on earth does that mean?
So a lurker is someone who doesn't actually post any content, but someone who has profiles across all the different social media accounts. They can keep track of what's being said and what's going on.
Okay, when you perch here.
I don't want to perch.
Oh really? Would you be inclined to follow politicians?
I follow many politicians.
Oh, do you?
On all the social medias.
How do you feel that they use social media? Do they do it well?
I think you've got some examples of people who are very good and some examples of people who are pretty bad. Like you look at the Jeremy Corbyn movement in the UK for the Labour Party, you look at what Trump's been able to do in the US, both of them to be able to amass almost a cult-like following numbering in the hundreds of thousands of people who are supporting, promoting, liking their content and pushing it out there. Some of our politicians have got a real tight grip on social, others just not so much.
I feel like some politicians use Twitter more as a message board.
You know the Tory whip's been about when there's been a scandal and about 50 politicians who never tweet all come out with the exact same message at the exact same time. Those kind of accounts, they're really inauthentic. People's constituents and those who follow them, people they want to engage with, people they want to get on side, they're going to see those messages, those carbon copy, those copies and pastes, and they're going to go, well, this politician isn't authentic, they're following the party line, they don't have my best interests at heart, they have their own best interests at heart.
At what point do you take authority away from the individual when it gets too serious and important? And now obviously people think that Trump should not have access to unfiltered Twitter.
I mean, the people who say Trump shouldn't have access to unfiltered Twitter are the people who don't like Trump. Everyone who loves Trump loves his tweets because Trump knows his audience, and that's been the success of his campaign from the get-go. If you've got enough people who believe in you and support you and trust you, they're going to find flaws in those counter-arguments regardless. And so Trump's been able to build a following by targeting fears, concerns, worries at the heart of the American people. Behind him, he's built effectively an online army to support him in everything he does. With politics today in the digital world, it's actually moving a lot closer to a cult-like phenomenon. And at what point should we be letting politics define our relationships and our friendships? It's a cultish attitude. The idea that it's an us and a them, rather than that we're all people who make mistakes, people who learn, and people who can grow and change their opinion.
What's your #1 policy if you were to stand for MP for Walthamstow?
My #1 policy if I was to stand to be an MP?
Yeah.
I would make sure that there was suitable education for all. Not quite what you were expecting, was it?
No, I was hoping for something fun, to be honest.
I mean, that's the